Hola, mijos. I have a new story for you tonight. I'm trying something new on my computer and I hope it works right. Tonight's story is the Sheep Stealers. I can't see my monitor right now, so I'm hoping it comes out all right. Relax, close your eyes, and imagine that you live on a sheep farm in the Scottish Highlands. This story is about two young brothers, Hamish and Dougal Woolley. One day their father had an accident and the two boys had to grow up fast. Listen carefully to their story. "Whoops!" cried Mr. Woolley. Hamish and Dougal rushed out to the farmyard to find their father on the ground. Clutching his ankle, "I slipped off the ladder," he explained, "and now I can't stand up." The boys carried their father indoors. "You boys are going to have to take the sheep to market," said Mr. Woolley. "Use the ferry to cross the river. The forest is too dangerous." "But, Father, that'll take twice the time," protested Hamish. "I'm not frightened of the forest." "Well, you should be. There are thieves and dangerous animals, and I won't be there to protect you. I want you to go by the river, and no argument about it," said Mr. Woolley. The boys rounded up the sheep and set out the next morning. When they reached the river, there was no ferry to be seen. The boys waited and waited, but no one came. "Let's go through the forest," said Hamish. "It's much less effort." "But Father said it wasn't safe," said Dougal. "Father worries too much," replied Hamish. In the end, Hamish stormed off into the forest, taking half the sheep with him. "See you at the market," he called. Dougal sat with the remaining sheep, wondering how to cross the river. "Perhaps I could make some stepping stones," he thought. But the rocks he threw into the water sank out of sight. Then he built a raft, but that sank too. "Those ideas didn't work, but I'll keep trying," he said. He toiled all day, but with no success. When it got dark, he went to sleep, trusting the answer would be clearer in the morning. By contrast, Hamish had a lazy day leading his sheep through the forest. When night fell, he lay down to sleep under a tree full of confidence. "I'll show Dougal," he said. In the forest, a gang of sheep rustlers, led by Fingers the Wolf, had followed Hamish's progress all day. In the dead of night, Fingers and his two mean-looking foxes spirited away the sheep to their den. "We'll get a fine price for these sheep," Fingers said. Down by the river, the morning sun woke Dougal. "Got it!" he suddenly exclaimed. He climbed up to a tall tree and began chopping at the base with his axe. He climbed up to a tree and began chopping at its base with an axe. The tree fell right across the river, forming a bridge for the sheep to cross. In the forest, Hamish woke to find all his sheep had gone. He searched and searched, but could find no trace of them. I've let everyone down," he thought sadly as he began his long, lonely walk home. "And we badly needed the money." 2 days later, Dougal arrived at the market and sold his sheep for a handsome profit. When he arrived home, his parents and Hamish were waiting to welcome him. Hamish looked so forlorn that his father gave him a hug. "The most important thing is that we're all safe and together again. But I hope you've learned a lesson," said Mr. Woolley to Hamish. "There are no shortcuts. Success takes hard work." That sounds good. Today's lesson is, the easiest solution to a problem isn't always the best one. It can take a lot of effort and hard thinking to reach your goals. Help yourself by following advice from more experienced people. That sounds like a good idea. I love you, boys. Good night, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.